J-Man here for a comic book review. Shazam, #1. I didn't get the regular cover because they were out. So I got this cover. It's cool. Suppose. It's alright. Okay guys, I hate to do this to you. I really hate doing this. And I don't do this, but I'm gonna give you my review. Then I'm gonna have to put an asterisk at the end. I'm gonna have to put a little star. Because I'm gonna have to leave a get out card at the not the get out of jail free card. I guess the get out of jail free card. Reviewing #1 here. I don't know what's gonna happen in #2. I'm definitely going to be getting issue #2. That is for sure. But yeah, I'll have to explain myself at the end because I'm really nervous. Now, Superman is my favorite character of all time for anything. Captain Marvel has always been really high up there. It's tough to put him in a category to say, oh, he is my 4th favorite or whatever. Like, I started late. I started with The Power of Shazam. Got the entire series, all the singles. I loved it. And because of that, I went back and read some of the old Fawcett comics. And I love Bullet Man and Spy Smasher, my favorite serial. I love the Spy Smasher stuff. All those characters are so cool. And I just got pumped up for it. I love the old comics. I've even been reading the old Mary Marvel comics. I even did a couple of shorts for the old Mary Marvel comics. I'm a big fan of Judy Garland, and Mary Marvel was kind of based on Judy Garland's look. So I always liked Mary Marvel. And then when the New 52 came out, I picked up every Shazam series after that for a while. I would get 1 or 2 issues and I just didn't get into it. So there's the original Shazam comic from DC. I have the comic where Superman is presenting Captain Marvel. That comic is cool. Power of Shazam is cool. And obviously the Fawcett stuff, Golden Age and all that is really neat. Okay, and those are fun. You know, they're a bit silly, but they're fun, right? After that, I never got into it. There was Billy Batson in the Power of Shazam. I got the first maybe 2 or 3 of that, and it was that weird cartoony art, which was okay, I suppose, but I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. Then he appeared in Justice League. He had the hood and all that, and I got the first appearance of that, New 52, and I collected the New 52 series. And there was a series not too long ago, I think, like, I don't know what volume number. That wasn't too bad, where they had Pedro and Darla and Eugene. They added all the foster kids. That was okay. I didn't stick with it. I read maybe 10 issues. Then I think they started again. I got issue 1 and that was okay. So yeah, I've not really been back in since The Power of Shazam. That was the last time I was in. And it's not like Superman, where I've never stopped. Like, even if Superman's gone down, he's kind of on a rise right now for me in the comics. He's a little bit on a rise right now. He was down for a while. I never give up on Superman, and I never give up on Wonder Woman. Batman, Captain Marvel, Swamp Thing, these are all kind of like top characters for me, but I'm not super loyal. Like, I've got my Swamp Thing collection. Alan Moore Swamp Thing was the last time I was hardcore. There was that New 52 Swamp Thing, which I collected quite a lot of them. I don't know how many, like lots. But again, didn't complete it. So there's a few characters, Batman, where I love Batman and I'm going to give it a chance, but I won't continuously read. If I feel that it's kind of dipping, I'll stop for a bit, maybe come back if a creative team changes. Same with Captain Marvel. I'm not that loyal to Captain Marvel like I am with Superman. And Wonder Woman, I don't know. Ever since Perez, those issues, I've got them all right there under behind camera there. Those are the only 2 characters that I'm really loyal to, where I'll stick with it even if I don't like it. Even Daredevil, it's like, yeah, I won't read everything. You know, I'll get everything on digital. I might read it, I might not. But yeah, so Captain Marvel is not one of those characters. But this comic, I'm going to review it using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. So I'm going to give this right now. I'm actually going to give this, I'm not going to go through every category. I can a little bit. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 with a star. Okay, I'll tell you the star. Storyline. Oh, just real quick. This comic fixed everything that irritated me about every other iteration of Captain Marvel, except for the Power of Shazam. So they can't use the Shazam name anymore, or they can't use Captain Marvel. So that irritates me. So now they fixed it. They call him the Captain. They just call him Captain. Look, I want it to be Captain Marvel. It's not going to happen. But I don't want him to be called Shazam. Captain Every Power, that's kind of funny from the movie, but really, no. So calling him the Captain, I'm going to live with it. Him having the powers with all these different people, I have nothing against Darla, Eugene, Pedro, they're fine. There's too many of them. It's just became like, a random like Crayola box of Marvel characters. Like, no, they're gone. They're not gone, but they don't have the power. It's just Billy and just Mary for right now. Freddy is one of my favorites, and I loved Freddy in the film, in the latest Shazam Part 2 movie. He was awesome. So we know they're going to have their powers. Mary's got hers, Captain, and Billy's got his. That's it. That's fixed. They even address the wisdom of Solomon and how the wisdom actually works. They're like, it doesn't make him a super genius. It's just like, it's not the same as intelligence. Think of like Dungeons and Dragons, wisdom, intelligence, 2 different scores. So they explain that. They brought in Taki Tani. That's cool. So they brought him in. They still kept the foster parents, the New 52 stuff. Look, that stuff is not going to go away. As a Captain Marvel fan living in today, I have to be willing to make some adjustments. So I'm totally cool with the foster parents. I'm totally cool with the 3 other kids, and maybe they can get powers, maybe not. I would prefer not, which is what's happening now. If they get them back later, they get them back. But Tawny's in there. They even mentioned Captain Nazi, which is crazy to mention that character. They mentioned Mr. Mind, all that stuff. They show the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, all that stuff. So yeah, it fixed a lot of the things. So specifically, it starts out with them on a dinosaur. So some dinosaur ship crash lands, and Captain Marvel or the Captain helps them out. That's cool. So this is the story part of it. And then it gets right into explaining where we are in the current situation here. Some villains, I'm assuming. I think these are the gods. I think that's Hercules, right? And I think that's Solomon, or that could be Zeus. I can't tell if that's Zeus. So I'm assuming the villains are going to be the gods that his powers are based off of, because they don't like what he's doing with them. That's my assumption. I've not read ahead now. Maybe that's a duh. Obviously, you didn't call anything. So maybe, I don't know. That's my assumption. I'm assuming that's what they want everyone to think. So there's still New 52 stuff, because that's just how it is, but they still fixed a lot of the things that we didn't like, or at least that I didn't like. So pacing was great. There was some fighting here. He saves a lot of people. They tell you the story really quickly, so pacing is really good on this. I like the art here. Captain Marvel looks cool to me. He doesn't have that stupid hood. I like that he's got the one thing and it's kind of got the cape on there. It's like, he looks more like more of the regular Captain Marvel to me. I always like the sash here, but that's okay. This looks more like classic Captain Marvel. So that's the artistry. The characters, look, I love Billy. Freddy's great in this too. They show, Billy doing other stuff. So I liked all that. Enjoyment factor 2 out of 2, so 10 out of 10. The only reason I'm giving a star at the end is because something happens at the very, very, very end. Now look, it's part of the story. We're going to see how this develops, but there is sort of like a heel turn at the very end. Something has gone wrong. They're going to explain it. Now, if the explanation of that, I'm still giving this issue 10 out of 10. If the explanation of that becomes garbage or trash or whatever, then I will destroy issue 2. You got me on issue 1, guys. I'm in. I haven't been in since the power of Shazam, but I'm in. Don't make me go out. Captain Marvel's a character that when I get in, I'm friggin' in for the run. I don't know how many issues of Power of Shazam there were, but I got them all. Didn't miss one. So don't do this to me, guys. Don't F yourselves here with issue 2. If they do, I'm going to be really pissed. Is this Jeff Johns? I didn't even look. Oh, it's Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Mark Waid, yeah. Guys, don't mess me around here. Don't mess with me. Giving it 10 out of 10. Let's see on issue 2. Let me know your thoughts on Shazam #1 in the comments. Until next time.